Okay, so we're going to talk today about a cool new piece of technology that I learned about at the beginning of the school year. Misty showed it to me, called EdPuzzle. It's a way for students, for you to assign videos to students and have them answer questions as they're watching, and it prevents them from skipping them, and it sends a report to you. It's super cool. To get there, go to edpuzzle.com, and you're just going to go ahead and click sign up. I already have an account, so I'm going to hit login. You're going to say that you're a teacher, and instead of putting all of this stuff in there, you're going to sign in with Google. Once you're in, you'll notice that there is you might be brought to the home section, but what really matters is that you go down to my content. Now, the first thing you need to do to create a video is you need to add content. If you are a techie person and you created your own video, like you recorded a screencast of your lecture, you can upload a video. But for the most people, you're gonna do a creative video. They have some pre-selected videos of educational value that they think are in here. TED Talks. It looks like you can filter them. But if you have a video that you know you like, what you can do is you can just go to that video. For example, if I really want you to watch the Apparently Kid interview, grab the URL, and to get it, you just triple click the URL, Control-C copy, and then paste it up in this search bar up here. And when you search it, it'll pop up the video. And there are three things you can do after you've pasted this. The first thing you do is you can cut the video. So if there's an introduction that you don't want them to see, you can drag the front.
It was great.
Or maybe at the end you want to cut them off. You don't want them to see the very, very end. You can do that too. You can add a cut. And I think you can just delete it. Boop. So now my video will end there. Bam. After you've got all your cuts that you want, you can tab on over to the next one. If you're using YouTube, YouTube doesn't allow voiceovers, but if you uploaded your own video, you can have a voiceover there. That's just fine. And then finally, the fun part, the questions. Now, to add a question, you just start playing.
About the ride? It was great. I've never been on live television before.
So they just said what I liked. So what I did is I paused the video, and I'm going to click multiple choice question, and I can add in my question. So after you've added the question, you have to select which one's correct. So yes, he has been correct on live TV, or no, he is not. So I'm going to select this one is correct. Another thing to point out is you can have multiple answers be correct. When this gets displayed to students that are viewing your videos, it'll come up as a checkbox video. Do you see this here? It'll be a check yes, check no, and they can check both or neither. All right, that's a good question. Let's go on to the next. All right, that's a great place to add a question. Let's add another question in here. One thing to point out here too is that you can add in additional answers. I don't think there's a limit. At least I haven't found a limit. And to delete an answer, you can just hit the X button. All right, I have to choose which one is right. Powerball is correct. I'll hit save. I didn't see this too, but you can also probably move the question. Look at that. Bam. That's super neat. All right, so let's go ahead and jump to the end.
Okay, where are you guys from?
So at the very end of this video, I would like them to answer an open-ended question. Tell me what you think about this video. That'll give them like a paragraph that they'll answer to. And then at the very end, I want to display a note to them. So maybe at the end of the video, I don't actually want to collect all my data inside EdPuzzle. Maybe I want to have them take a Google form quiz that I've made, and I want to collect my data that way. But I only want them to be able to take the quiz after watching the video. I can put the link to that quiz here. Okay, now that you have watched this video, take this quiz. Just highlight take this quiz, click the link button, and then this is where you would paste in the link to your Google form. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to do google.com. And if you see, that's now a hyperlink to this. Okay, I've finished. Let's hit save for that question. And then when I'm finally done, I'm going to hit finish on the top right. Bam! It is done. Now, if I want to send this out to kids, I need to assign it. I can give a start date. I can give a due date. I'm going to leave it completely open, but if you'd like to. And your thing will be empty here, so you'll need to add a new class. This doesn't really matter. It's if you were using EdPuzzle like exclusively or more with more fidelity, that would be more important. You can connect to Google Classroom if you'd like, up here in this top option. I don't have a Google Classroom for this, so I'm just going to create a test class. The Classic will let you see a little bit more details about who is logging in. All of the kids have Google logins, so it doesn't really matter. You don't need it to be open. If you're doing something with parents, you might want to shoot for open, but we're just going to keep with Classic. We'll create a class, and then we're going to go ahead and assign this EdPuzzle video to that class. Awesome. To actually share the video now, you'll hit Share Assignment in the bottom right. Click that, copy that link, and you can paste that onto your Google Classroom if you'd like. You can put it in your, I know the 4th grade does a Facebook group, or you can put this anywhere really a link will go, and I'll show you what students would see. They'll get this link, and they'll be prompted to log in. Just tell them to sign in with their Google Classroom. Okay, so I signed in with my Google account, and then I just joined that class, and then bam, they're into this video. They will see here on the right, they have multiple choice. They can't skip, like the teacher, like the kid can't fast forward. They can rewind.
What did you think about what?
And when it hit that time mark on the video, it pauses the video and the students have to answer the question. Has you ever been on live television before? Oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Yes? Submit? Ooh, it was wrong. So let's go ahead and re-watch that.
What did you think about the ride? It was great. I've never been on live television before.
Oh, he hasn't been on live television before. That's right. So I can continue going. Notice that the kids can check multiple answers, but we only selected Powerball as correct. So I'm going to do Powerball. This is what happens when they're right. Bam! Look at that. 100 points. Okay, so I watched that video, and hey, tell me what you think about this video. I absolutely loved it. Submit.
Hi, buddy.
We'll continue on. Oh, I'm at the end of the video. Okay, now that you've watched the video, take this quiz, and now kids can click on this link. But that link was invisible to them beforehand. But that was just my link to Google. You would actually put a link to Google Forms there. And that is it. On the teacher's side of things, now that they have seen that video, you can see, give this a refresh. Hey, look, somebody has watched our video. Oh, I can view here like which kids has watched it, and hey, Nicholas Turon, that was not paying attention very well and missed that first question. But then, he got that second one, and this is what he typed for that long extended response. So EdPuzzle is super cool and really neat. It's a way of making sure kids actually watch videos when you assign them. It doesn't give them an ability to fast forward through them, and it allows you to check for understanding as they are watching the video on their own, which I think is incredibly helpful, and it keeps the kids a little bit more engaged as they're viewing, a 15-minute video or a 20-minute video or something that needs to be broken up for their age group. If you have any questions, I know Kai has used EdPuzzle before. I know Misty uses EdPuzzle. I'm just starting to figure my way around it, and we'd all be happy to help.